Hey everybody, we're going to work on installing some crossbucks on my HO scale layout. Uh, Crossbucks are the flashing lights that are at crossings. They add a little bit of animation to your layout and provide a more realistic appearance as the train goes by. We're going to be looking at a couple examples today. Our first example is a Walther's cantilever signal, which Walters has recently put out. They have a modern style and a 1960s style cantilever. Comes with the when you get it, it just comes with this long pigtail. You have to buy the electronics separate from Walters. They have a proprietary control system that is not compatible with DCC. It's only a DC operated system, which is kind of surprising since most of the hobby now is, at least going to DCC, if not already DCC'd. Our next example, or one we're going to be installing actually on the layout today, is made by Berkshire Junction. It's a small mom and pop operation in Massachusetts. They've been selling crossbuck sets for years. This is one of the older examples of what they used to sell. Basically, it was just a flasher, photo cell flasher. Just bought one of their new systems. It's pretty nice. A little on the pricey side. It was $63, but it's made in America, so that's good. So we get basically comes with your instructions. They've done away with photo cells, so now everything is with these infrared LEDs. The instructions are pretty simple. Just basically following the directions. When you open up the package, it comes with these here. These are LED LEDs that are infrared. They emit an infrared light that basically makes an invisible beam on your layout. And it comes over to these, which are these little aluminum cans, which are your LED photo sensors. Basically, the way it works is as the train goes across, these two things, the LED and the sensor, are aiming at each other across the track. And the train basically breaks the circuit, kind of like the doors at a grocery store, how they open for you. So that's what it comes with there. Comes with a printed circuit board, which you can see right here. Whole pigtail of different wires here. The instructions are pretty clear what to do with every wire. You don't actually use all the wires. You only use about 4 or 5 of them. Basically power and control. It has an LED right here. That is used to indicate that the circuit has been broken, or the light beam has been broken, and it's activating. And they've obviously, with time, stepped up their production. They make these new style crossbucks, which are much finer in detail. They did a nice job. Has the pigtail with 3 wires here. It's pretty much drill a hole in your layout with your bench work and install them. So we're going to get to that. We're just going to drill a hole and get them installed. Like I said, these are infrared. So basically, if you block the beam, they'll come on and then shut off once the beam is unobstructed. So the installation went pretty simple. As I said, I kind of mounted the circuit board near the crossing itself to minimize the amount of excess wiring that I had to do. The circuit board I mounted on a piece of foam right there, and that's just to protect the soldered joints on the back of the printed circuit board. There are some manufacturers that make special holders, but a little piece of foam on a small piece of plywood does the same thing. I used a old 12 DC transformer that used to power my old DC layout before I switched to DCC. I used an electrical meter to tell me when this got to 12 volts, since this system requires a regulated 12 volt power supply. Since this type of installation requires that you have a LED and a LED receiver, I had to get kind of creative. I chose, since I have a couple old outhouses on my layout, I chose to mount the LEDs inside of them. This one right here shines into the lumber mill, and if we pan down here, you can see the sensor, which will be covered up by some boxes and other things. It's glued down on the floor of my lumber building. And there are the two crossbucks. They're actually really nice models on the layout. There's the other one. And the nice thing is you don't see them flashing from the rear when they're on, which kind of takes away from the rails and from some other models. And then coming over to my campground area, I mounted the receiver inside this little lifelike shanty. It's pretty easy. Drilled a small hole in the back. I just built this. I haven't really seen the area yet, but I got my outhouse here that the LED is actually mounted in. And if we come up and over, you can see the LED and the wiring coming up in the middle of the outhouse. These outhouses are made by Woodland Scenics. They're white metal castings, and I chose these because they're hollow in the middle and allow the wiring to come up, but also they're pretty easy to drill, so you can drill a small hole, like I said, for that LED. But once the roof goes on, like I said, that's all you see sticking out the side is a small clear LED. It works out pretty good. Because I'm focusing on them with a camera, you see them, but when you really pan back where you would actually be standing, you don't even really notice unless you're looking for them. I've had a couple of people come down and they haven't noticed till I pointed out the new system. Like I said, you just as long as it's blocked by a train, either sensor, the lights will come on and flash for you. So I'm going to include a couple small run-by videos to show the lights coming on and off with the train going by. So thanks for watching, and like I said, give Berkshire Junction a call. They make a great product, and they're very friendly and easy to deal with. And have a nice day. Thanks for watching.